Good morning, good morning. It's exciting to be back again twice this week because of the storm last week. So we're here with Bella Moffat and Lakeisha Clement. I just wanted to ask you guys a few questions about adult education, or it's also called the First Nations Regional Adult Education Center. Oof, that's a long one. So Bella, I just wanted to ask you a few questions about who you are and what you do, and what is your position at Adult Ed.
Awesome. Well, I'd first like to say, good morning, everyone, and happy Friday, and happy Valentine's Day. Again, as Cammie said, my name is Bella Moffat. I'm the Academic and Guidance Counselor and Co-Manager of the First Nation Regional Adult Education Center. So in short, we're just going to say Adult Ed because it's so long and you might forget how to say it and pronounce it. I've been working at the center for 6 years now. My role is to provide support and guidance to adult learners that come to the center and to explain all the aspects of the program to them, which includes registration, the credit system, and the courses.
Perfect. And Lakeisha, you're a student currently?
Yes.
Yeah. So Bella, can you talk to us about the brief history of adult education, as much as you can tell us?
The brief history of the Adult Ed, we've been in operation since 2013. We were located at the LMDC for 5 years, and now we're currently in our new location at 4 Pacific Drive, next to the Medical Center. Since our intake of this building, it's been renovated to meet our needs as a center. So if you're curious of what it looks like, why don't you come by and see how things have changed, and we can give you a tour. We're open Monday to Friday, so come by and just say, hey, you want to see what it looks like, and we can give you a tour.
Nice. And you did have an open house this fall?
Yes, we did. October, I think it was the first week of October. I'd just like to go back into the brief history. Adult Ed originally started, I don't know how many moons ago. It was with Owen Mayu. It used to be the Eastern Shore School Board. But now, again, we're a First Nation Regional Adult Education. So there's a big difference between the two. So I just wanted to mention that.
And also, you guys are just one of many?
Yes, so there's 4 other centers.
Okay, and those centers are situated in?
There's one in Ganawage, Lac Simon, and Washat.
Nice. Can you describe to us what adult education today is? Like, kind of your day-to-day, what do you guys do? What do you guys offer?
What we offer? The center offers programs such as a secondary school diploma, which in Quebec term is the high school diploma, academic upgrading, personal development courses, and the GDT and a home study program. As I said earlier, our classes are Monday to Friday from 8:45 to 4:15 with an hour lunch, 2 15-minute breaks, and no school on Friday. School on Friday, but a half a day. And they're in school for 27 hours a week. Our center is basically a student-center approach, which means that the center puts the student's interest and needs first, acknowledging the student's voice as essential to the learning experience. In this type of approach, students choose what they will learn, how they will pace their learning, and how they'll assess their own learning. The campus offers a variety of academic and hands-on courses such as English, French, math, science, home improvement, life skills, and more importantly, courses that are geared toward our Mi'kmaq culture, such as Mi'kmaq history, Mi'kmaq culture, Indigenous art, are a few of the courses that we offer.
That's exciting.
It is. It's very exciting.
Who would you recommend to take adult education?
Adult Ed is recommended for a variety of individuals. Individuals that don't have a high school diploma, or former students that attended Eastern Shore School, but as I mentioned before, Eastern Shore School Board used to be the primary Adult Ed center. People that just want to come and upgrade certain courses for post-secondary, or someone who just wants to occupy their day with educational courses. We actually have a student here with us today that is attending our center, as you mentioned, Lakeisha Clement, and she'll be graduating this year.
Woo!
Yay!
Hi, Lakeisha. Welcome.
Hello.
Thanks for joining us today. I'm very happy to have you here. I just wanted to ask you a quick question. Why did you come to adult education? Why did you decide to come?
Well, when I first started, I had low self-esteem. I was shy and timid, and then I needed to get my grade 12, and I needed to continue to adulthood and do things that I wasn't ready yet. So I went to adult ed, and the teachers were very welcoming. It was a very positive atmosphere, and I came around and made me into a very independent, confident individual today.
Oh, that's very good. When you came to adult ed, who did you speak to first, and I guess what was your experience there?
Bella, she had me to the right direction of what I needed for credit-wise, and it took me a little bit to get used to the atmosphere, but it's very like laid back, and you work at your own pace, and if you ever need anything, they're always there for you.
What's your experience? Can you tell us any good times that you've had, or just kind of your day-to-day? What's your experience in adulthood?
Well, if you wanted to focus on one subject, because sometimes it's overwhelming to do 4 or 5 different subjects in one, you could do one at a time. Let's say you want to do English first, or if you want to do math first. And before, I wasn't very good at math or English in high school, but after a while, with Josh being the math teacher, Jody being the English teacher, they really helped organize my thoughts in a way where I know what I'm doing, and I can get a really good idea of how to reach my goal.
That's very good. Bella, I guess I just wanted to bring it back to you. What do you provide for students such as Lakeisha?
So the Adult Ed Center provides a lot of great things. We provide transportation to school, and Monday to Friday, and when they're done, we provide transportation back. So that's like a bonus. You don't need to have your car or anything. We can pick you up. We also provide a breakfast program, so if you don't have time to eat in the morning, we provide you with some food, for some fuel for the day to start your day. We also provide snacks. Also, what we've just implemented this January is that every month a staff member cooks lunch for the students. So every week, and it's always on a different day, one of the staff member comes in and we make them dinner. Also, the LMDC and social assistance provide an incentive for students that come to school. You have to be there full time in order to get this incentive, but you need to contact LMDC and social assistance, and they'll be able to inform you of how much extra you can get per month. We also provide a variety of different activities for the students during the year. As Lakeisha was saying, we go bowling, we go to the movies. Again, we just implemented something new again. We exercise once a week at the youth center. We do field trips outside of the community. So we try to do a variety of different things.
Very nice, very nice. What's important to know about adult ed?
There's a couple of things I think it's important to know about adult ed. First of all, it's independent learning, self-motivating. It's a respectful and a mature environment. You work at your own pace, and lots of positive support from the teachers, staff, and students. I mentioned just a minute ago independent learning. You work at your own pace, as I said again. If you, like Lakeisha said, sometimes it becomes overwhelming. So it's a structure where if you become overwhelmed, you can put that book aside and you can work on another subject. But our whole thing, it's like we try to provide a lot of support. It's like a second home. So which is very nice for all our students, a safe and secure place to come.
So I just wanted to mention we have a Facebook comment from Sky Isaac. He says, it's a lot of fun, very supporting. They care for each person evenly. They know how to encourage the students and give motivation. Triple exclamation mark.
Yes, I have to agree 100% with you, Skylar. Thank you so much for that comment. And like I said, that's it. We try to provide a lot of support, lots of love, a lot of respect. We're a non-judgmental center. Very
traditional values too.
yes.
Yeah.
So we have a variety of everything. We open our arms to everyone with an open mind, open heart.
How many students do you have roughly?
Right now we have currently around 15.
Oh, that's very good.
Yeah, very good. And for the Adult Education Center too, registration is all ongoing throughout the year. So if you want to come in January, if you want to come in March, you want to come in April, there's no time frame that you can't come. So registration is ongoing throughout the year. So if a person is registered, they either contact myself or Myrna, and again, I would walk them through the process of registration, explaining to them how many credits you need in the Quebec system, because it's quite different than the New Brunswick system. So I would explain that to them, and I give them a tour of the building. Also, basically what I just explained to you this morning is what I explain to the students when they come in.
I'm just curious, actually. You take ongoing applications. Also, what's the structure of the school year? Like, how is it like a high school, or do you do summer courses? Or?
No, we don't do it. We kind of follow the same calendar as the secondary school and the primary school. We start in September. We have a Christmas break off for 2 weeks. We have a March break, all statutory holidays, and then we're done June the 19th, and then we begin again in September.
How many graduates do you have this year?
This year we might have maybe 4, maybe 3. We're not sure yet, but in total, I think we've had 9 graduates since 2013.
Very nice. Sorry, I was just reading another comment.
Oh, sure.
It's from Sky Isaac again.
You go, Sky.
He says, very great supporting staff.
I think that's in all of us, all the staff that are there, the instructors, administrators. We, like I said at the beginning, we like to have an open mind. We're very respectful of all our staff. A very positive environment. If a student is not feeling well and just is not in the right mood, we'll explain to them, maybe you should go home and come back tomorrow. Because as soon as you walk in, you just feel all the positive energy. And that's what we want, because you don't want to go in a place where you feel a bit of negative. So I explain to students when they register with me that, this is a very positive environment. So if you have a bad day, well, then you stay home. And then tomorrow, if you're feeling better, come back. And we'll start the day again fresh.
Would you agree with that, Lakeisha?
100%.
So are you excited to graduate?
Yes.
Yeah. What's your favorite subject now?
Math, surprisingly.
Oh.
Josh is a really good math teacher.
That's very good. Mm-hmm. Any plans for the future?
I'm not sure what career path I want to do yet, but I think about it though.
Mm-hmm. You were telling me about a story yesterday, how you entered into adult ed, and I was just curious. I think people would like to hear the story.
So I've been in adult ed for about 4 or 5 years off and on, and it wasn't always the right timing. And before I started, I needed to get my grade 12. Wasn't sure what I was supposed to do, what I was going to do. So I did a job career program first. I did so many hours of math, English, and French, and then I entered into working in the daycare for a couple months. And it was Mike Isaac at the time.
Yes.
Yeah, Mike Isaac at the time that was teaching the course. And then I entered into going to school with the adult ed, and I met with Bella and everything. And I had a hard time, like I said, with my confidence and self-esteem and everything. And then Chantal Martin was the French teacher at the time, and she really opened me out of my shell, and I really started to talk with people and learn. And I know in high school I always had a really hard time with my marks. I would get 60-50%, and it wasn't great at all. And then when I entered adult ed, because I was able to take my time, and if like Bella said, if I had a bad day, I could go home, come back and try again tomorrow, and be positive every day. And it really motivated me to keep coming every day. And I was getting 70s, 80s, 90s, and I did very well after that. And before, I wasn't fussy about English, and I really didn't like math. And now math is my favorite subject.
Oh, that's so good to hear. Is there anything?
Yeah, there's two things I'd like to mention. At the beginning, when we talked about we were located at LMDC, and then we moved into our own center next to the health center, known as the Giganu. So we're trying to refrain from the Giganu and say that we're the 4 Pacific Drive, the new adult education center. Prior to us having our own center, we really didn't have our own identity. So that's why we decided to try to have our own center, so we would have our own identity, a place students can call home. And so this having our own building gives us that opportunity. We've renovated, like I said at the beginning. Upstairs used to have some bedrooms. Now we have 3 classrooms up there. We renovate. If you come in, you'll notice there's a big difference compared to what it used to look like. And we're still expanding, making changes as we go along. We've only been there 2 years, so there's still some work to be done. So we're doing it as we can. The other thing I'd like to mention is when a student first comes or an adult comes to the adult ed center, I would meet them to identify what type of service they're seeking and to confirm if it's a right place for them. Because there's many avenues an individual can explore. So, for example, if somebody comes in and doesn't have their high school, and they were a current student of Sugarloaf Senior High School, I would review their transcripts to identify if adult ed is suitable, because there's many avenues to explore to get your high school diploma. You could go do the GED, the General Educational Development Test. You could do the New Brunswick High School Diploma Program. They could do the SSET. Again, it depends on the individual's educational goals, their career goals, and how much time they want to commit towards their education. So based on those answers, I try to guide the student to make a well-informed decision, which would be what's the best interest for the individual.
We just had a visitor.
So that's why we had that pause for a moment.
I was like, do I say it or do I not say it? Yeah, that's very good. I think it's also important to realize, like, where we are situated. We're on the Quebec side, and then also a lot of students go to New Brunswick. So it's just very important to maybe to go see Bella, to go get those questions answered, because it sounds like it can be quite complicated. And
yeah, it can, and especially if you're not sure how it works, and you don't know where to call or where to go. Feel free to give me a call, and I'll direct you in the right direction the best I can.
To get a hi or good morning everywhere you turn.
Do you have any comments there, Floyd?
Yeah, what's the phone number?
Our phone number. I was going to give that in the end, but I just want to say too, every department has a vision and a mission. So our vision is to inspire the foundation of education. Our mission is to encourage, empower, and educate an adult learner's full potential. And that's what we try to reflect every day. That's what I try to do, is to encourage and empower and educate. Because I feel that's my role, is to motivate, to inspire, to bring that positivity to the center. Like Floyd said, what's our telephone number? Well, our phone number is 418-788-1347. And you ask for me or Myrna, and I'll give you advice and maybe make an appointment so you can come and see our center. And, I hope for the people that are listening here in the community, I look forward to hearing from you if you're interested in attending. And again, our new location is at 4 Pacific Drive, right next to the medical center.
What else do they have? Like, what do they offer as far as education goes?
No, they're academic courses. They're math, they're English, your science, your biology. Yeah. And then those are your core curriculum, and then we have extracurricular. That's where I mentioned we have home improvement. We're doing that this year. And we have a life skill course. Okay. Every year we try to change the course because it's not always academic. It's hands-on and academic, because if you're doing academic all week, that's long. So
Yeah.
we try to break it up and do hands-on courses.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
glad you guys brought a actual student in here that can tell you firsthand what she's learning, and the fact that she mentioned that the teachers are doing good, which is always a good thing. You know, if the teachers are doing good, you'll catch the students' interest, and you know they'll want to stay. Because they're enjoying it, they're having a good time going to school. You know, there's not going to be any. Well, I gotta take a day off type of deal. You know, you want to be there every day because you're having fun. You know, and then learning is fun.
And we have some great teachers. They're awesome. They're supportive. They wear many hats as an instructor.
Yeah,
it's just not only teaching.
Yeah.
There's a lot of
Like being a cop.
yeah. Cop and other things as they're there for guidance, they're there for support, but I have to applaud our teachers that we have at Adult.
Yeah.
They're very good teachers.
Wonderful, did you?
Yeah, and ourselves as staff, we're all good. Even the students are even good.
Yeah.
Which teacher? Who are the teachers? Actually,
We have Jody Callahan. She's currently on maternity leave. She's our English, our history. She teaches a Mi'kmaq history teacher. Josh Dedam is our math and our science teacher. And Crystal Johnson Mitchell, she's our French instructor. So those are the 3 instructors that we have.
Cool.
Yeah. And we have 2 administratives, myself and Myrna Sook. So we have like 5 employees for the center.
That's a nice place too, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you guys, do you work with LMDC too now, or?
No,
Oh, you guys are totally separate.
We're totally separate.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I used to work for LMDC.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, and then I made a change and I work for Adult Ed now.
Okay.
Yeah, like I said at the beginning, I've been with Adult Ed for 6
You
years.
gotta go where the money is.
No, you gotta go where Floyd. You gotta go where the love is. Love.
Love and money.
Yeah, love. And where you want to be happy. And,
Well, yeah, that's just it. That's what I was,
Yeah.
She's going to school because she's happy there now.
Yeah. And
which is good for her.
And like I said, we try to really promote a real positive, non-judgmental, outgoing, again, respectful, I think is the number one thing. Students, we have no issues with her. They all respect each other.
Good.
I also wanted to mention, too, I forgot to mention that the First Nation regional, meaning that individuals that live in Cross Point, Eskiminak, Matapedia can come to our center. It's not only for our community members, it's for non-Aboriginals, too. They have an opportunity to come to our school.
And they have went there, too, and they've actually...
we have a few that have come through our center.
I seen one young woman where she used to bartend, and then I started seeing her at the LMDC, going there like every day for a few years. And next thing you know, I went to the hospital for something, and she was right there. Like, she went from there to there. She's got her permanent job now, probably.
And
as a nurse.
And as I said, our vision is inspiring the foundation of education. So once you have your high school diploma, then many avenues, many doors open. It's the start, right? It's that foundation, because that's what you need in order to pursue certain careers.
Yeah.
Do you have any examples, I guess, of past students who have gone on to...
Yes, I do. We had one individual. He came, and I think it took him about 1.5 years, and he graduated, and he's going to university now. I have some students that came for academic upgrading, and they went to community college, and they graduated, and there's one working in the community. So again, it's that setting that foundation.
I think our next show, we'll have one in May, I believe, and we're going to talk all about success stories. So we're going to bring in students.
Yeah. Well, we were just, hearing from Skylar, and, one day he'll probably be our success story.
Oh, very good, very good.
I'll have to get him in here.
Yes.
At least they're responding to the, what's that thing called?
Facebook Live.
Yeah. Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were using the stream there.
Oh, Sky says, Bella, you forgot your tambourine.
Yes. The tambourine story.
Well,
like I said, we do a variety of different things at the center. So every Tuesday, it's called Memo Tuesday. It's a platform where the students and the staff, we meet all together to discuss any events or any changes or anything that's going on that we need to let the students know. So we do this every Tuesday. So how I begin is I come in with a tambourine, pretend I have a tambourine, and I say Happy Tuesday. Yeah. So I usually say Happy Tuesday, and that's how I start. So that's why he's mentioned in the tambourine. It kind of wakes everybody up because it's loud, and I'm loud, so it's kind of works hand in hand. So thank you, Skylar. I forgot about that. And if there's anything else you want me to mention, just put it out there, and I'll mention it. So yeah, that's the tambourine story. I have a yellow one and I have a green one.
But it's only on Tuesdays.
And that's only on Tuesday. It could take 15 minutes. It could take 20 minutes. It could take an hour. It all depends on what agenda items we have. And it changes every week. Again, I could be updating them on something. We can also have like a little awareness. For example, I'll give you last month was Alzheimer's month. So I took some time in this Memo Tuesday, and we watched a little video, and we just had a little discussion about it. So it could be any topic, but it's our platform for the students and for the staff to discuss any concerns, or if there's an issue that we need to resolve, well, then we try to resolve it during the Memo Tuesday.
Or activity planning too.
Yes, activity planning too.
What's activity planning? You guys do it together?
Yes, we do it. We try to, like I said, again, it's like a student-centered approach. We try to always get the students involved in anything that we do because we want to make sure that we all have a consensus and everybody has an agreement, because if one or two people don't want to do it, then we won't do it. Because we want, like I said, we want to make sure that we're all respectful and things like that. So it's important that we're all on the same plane together.
Very good. I guess we'll be bringing it to a close. If you had anything else to say, Bella?
Well, I'd like to thank you so much for inviting me. I hope for the people, for the community members that are listening, hopefully I inspired you to try to come to the Adult Ed Center to see what it looks like. And again, we're at 4 Pacific Drive. I hope everyone has a great day. Happy Friday. Happy Valentine's Day. And Walalan, Msidwen. And
remind those guys, you still have a few hours to get something for your honey.
Yes, the time is a ticking.
For those of us who haven't yet.
I get gifts for myself.
And you're going to have a bunch of gifts coming in now.
Yeah.
Everybody will want you as a Valentine.
Oh, I want to say thank you so much, Skylar, for all your comments. It was greatly appreciated.
Yes, we like you're actually the first one to comment on our show, and we're hoping to get some more comments in the future. This is the point. We want people to be interacting. Don't be shy to be asking questions. So that's really great. You've started that off, Sky.
Do you think? And I want to thank also Lakeisha for coming with me here today. And Floyd and Kimmy, thank you so much.
She did good.
Walalio.
Went good. Are we over and out, or?
I guess so. We're over and out. Oh, of course,
yes.
Lakeisha.
I'm usually shy, but I'm trying. Okay, so it's never too late to get your high school diploma, so don't be afraid to try. There's no age limit to it. We learn that all the time in school. We always give her 100%.
Oh, that's so good to hear.
That's a good closing. So anyway, we're gonna go. We're gonna shut your mics down, and then I'm gonna go back and do my intro song like I usually do, and then we'll have last minute chat before you guys leave. I want to thank everyone again, all you guys, for coming in, doing a great show. That half hour usually goes so fast, doesn't it?
It
Cammy?
goes by so fast.
It goes real fast.
We don't even realize it just becomes a conversation. We don't even.
Well, that's just it. Yeah. All right. That's it.
Oh,
Here.
how did we do?
Oh, very good, very good.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I'm so glad.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Done. Now we got to go to work. We're not done yet.
Yeah.
So we did it. Thank you, Candy. Our questions went fast. I was like,
I know.
But that's all right. We did it.
Yeah.
And it was glad that Skylar, because then it opened the door for more.
Yeah.
It went so fast.
I was like, oh no, we're on the third one. I was like, oh no.
More question?